What's up guys, here in this video I'm going to be showing you how to automate the creation of your logo mockups in Photoshop. If you're a logo designer who spends a ton of time on this process, this video and the tips inside of here will help to save you a ton of time on this part of your workflow. So as we speak, as you can see, I'm actually running an automated operation right now using this Photoshop plugin called Batch Replace Smart Objects. This is an add-on for Photoshop that you can get from the official Adobe Exchange. There's a link in the description if you want to check this out and get it added. And the way it works, it's really quite simple. So you can just select the folder of your mockups that you want to use for the operation. You can select the input folder containing your logo designs. You can set up your placement and resize rule to use for the operation. And then you can just specify where you want to save your final exported mockups to. Then you just click run this now and the plugin will run the automated operation using your specified settings. It'll basically loop through all of the PSD files in your folder. It'll loop through all of the designs. It'll replace the selected smart objects in the document. And then it'll just export the final updated mockup images using your selected file type and the selected save quality. So we're going to pop over to this folder here. This is where it is currently exporting these images to. It's doing this automatically on autopilot in Photoshop. So instead of you wasting your time doing this tedious, boring work, coming in here, clicking around, opening smart objects, opening files, placing and resizing artwork images, doing all that boring work yourself, instead you can just use this plugin to automate this process for you. So let's take a look at our created mockups here. As you can see, it grouped them in the folder by artwork file name first. That's a setting you can tweak and configure to your liking. If you instead want to group them by the mockup file name followed by the artwork file name, you can configure that based upon your preferences, but we had it set up this way for the operation. So as you can see, it can handle multiple smart objects. It can handle single smart objects if you're doing business cards, something like this. If you're doing company logos on walls of offices or buildings, it can handle that. If you're doing, stationary business card type of stuff, it's very robust and it can handle a lot of stuff that you throw at it. You'll also notice the transparency from the logo images obviously carried over. If you take a look at the original logo designs I used for this quick little operation, these are PNG file type with alpha channel transparency. It accepts a lot of different artwork images in the input folder if you're working with PNG, JPEG, if you're working with layered file types like PSD or PSB. It can even handle vector file types like AI or EPS, TIFF, whatever you need for your workflow really, this plugin can handle a lot of different image file types. In terms of the export file type, you can do JPEG, you can do PNG, you can do PSD, if you want to preserve the layering and the exports and maybe come back later and make some revisions. You can also customize the save quality if you want to, mess with the compression levels and set it up so the file sizes are smaller or the quality is higher. You can tweak the setting to your liking as well. Once you have the ideal operation set up, if you just have a sort of standardized workflow, like these are always the mockups that you use for presenting logo designs to clients, you can just save your operation here. So instead of coming here and recreating it each time, once you have your optimal settings in place, you can just come down here, make my logo mockups. You can save the operation, come up to the batches tab up here, and then you can just search for it if you want. Make my logo mockups, click run batch, and it'll just run the specified operation using all of these save settings. So whatever folder you had it pointed to, whatever file types you had selected, all that good stuff is saved and ready to run. If you have a really complicated workflow, like maybe you're creating mockups for multiple clients or whatever it is, make all client mockups. Cool. You can just create what's called a workflow where you can save step 1, which will be whatever operation is set up here. Maybe client number 1, you configure his operation. And then maybe step 2 is create your mockups for client number 2, client number 3, and so forth. And then you can come to the workflows tab and, step 1, it'll execute that operation using all of these settings. Step 2, it'll execute that operation. Step 3, step 4, and so forth for however many steps you have in your workflow. So quite literally, you could just configure your entire logo design mockup creation workflow, just set it up here, save everything, come here, click run workflow, and it'll automate this entire process for you. So there's different resize and placement settings as well. I used contain inside smart object for this operation. Depending on your needs, if you want to stretch all of the images to just exactly fit and match the smart object, you can do that. It doesn't really work well for logos in my opinion, because especially if some of them are going to be like square, some of them are more horizontal in orientation, some of them them might be more vertical. Stretch to fit might sort of squash them and distort the text, and it's just not going to lead to a logo that represents the one that you actually created if it's distorting it and stuff. But that's an option as well. Maybe if you have other mockups you got to create for other parts of your workflow, that's one option. You can also just place the original image with no modifications, and then fill, smart object, and crop is the fourth option, where it's not going to distort the image, but it's just going to blow it up to where it sort of like hits the nearest boundary of the smart object. If you're using the contain inside smart object setting or the fill, smart object, and crop setting, you can also configure the vertical and horizontal placement rules based upon where you want the images to basically be positioned inside of the mockup, inside of the smart object. Couple additional tips and questions you might have. So many PSD files that you'll download online, they'll be super complicated. The layer stack has a ton of different layers, maybe lots of different smart objects. So you might need to sort of play around with it and figure out like what is the actual layer that I want the plugin to operate on. Because if there's a lot of smart objects in the scene, like with this one, the plugin needs to know basically which smart object do you want us to operate on. So the way it works is if it's just one smart object, if it's like a really simple mockup like this one, then cool, the plugin will just use that by default. But if it's something more complicated where there's a lot of smart objects to choose from, you have to just have the target layer selected or highlighted in the stack. So you can just make a trivial change, like change the name of a layer and then Control S, save. That way, when you open this mockup the next time around, it'll automatically have your desired layer selected in the stack. But yeah, you might need to play around with it and figure out like what's the actual layer I need to replace and have it run the operation on. It also does this little reset step at the end in case you're curious. It just sort of replaces it with like a generic placeholder image. That's just to revert the mockup back to its original state. So whatever smart object size, aspect ratio, dimensions, resolution you had in there to begin with, it just sort of does a resize operation. One last replacement that just sort of like resets it back to the original state. So that's all that is. Anyway, there's a link in the description if you want to get this added to Photoshop and help automate this part of your logo design process. If you're a graphic designer who spends a lot of time in Photoshop manually creating and exporting and adjusting your mockups one at a time, you can just set up your operation, specify what mockups to use, set up your rules, point to your folder of designs, and then just click one button to automate the creation of all your required mockups for you. Check it out if it sounds like a useful time saver. Thank you guys for watching and see you later.